And the U.S. government says nearly 3 million Jeeps produced by Chrysler are a deadly fire hazard. But tonight, the company is taking a rare step, refusing to recall those vehicles.
Why are Americans abandoning Jeep? This isn't just a slump, it's a full-blown crisis that could redefine the future of the automotive world. For decades, Jeep was the go-to for rugged exploration, dominating the off-road market and capturing the hearts of millions. But now, sales are plummeting, loyal fans are walking away, and competitors are outpacing this iconic brand. Is it the skyrocketing prices, the decline in quality, or has the competition simply outclassed them? And most importantly, what does this mean for you as a buyer? What's happening? For decades, Jeep wasn't just a car, it was a lifestyle. The brand had roots that ran deep, starting from its inception as a rugged military vehicle during the Second World War. Jeep symbolized resilience and freedom, becoming a cornerstone of American identity. Its iconic Wrangler and Cherokee models became staples for those craving adventure, embodying a no-compromise approach to exploration. Jeep's ads promised a life of off-road thrills and uncharted territories, and millions of Americans bought into that dream. However, the tides are turning. Jeep's position as the symbol of adventure has been slipping. Once the brand to beat in the off-road market, Jeep is now struggling to keep its crown. The cultural cachet it held for so long is eroding, and loyalists who once wore the Jeep badge like a Medal of Honor are now questioning the brand's direction. The Wrangler's rugged charm and the Cherokee's versatility used to make them must-haves, but cracks in that legacy are starting to show. Signs of decline. Dealership lots tell a stark story. Rows upon rows of unsold Jeeps are gathering dust, a clear indication that demand is dwindling. Jeep sales have been steadily declining, with some models seeing double-digit drops compared to previous years. This isn't just a bad quarter, it's a trend that points to deeper issues. Loyal fans, the heart of Jeep's consumer base, are walking away. The Jeep community, once unified by a shared passion for adventure and exploration, is splintering. Jeep meetups and off-road clubs that were once filled with Wrangler owners are now showcasing a growing mix of competitor brands. The Jeep Wave, that iconic greeting between drivers, is becoming less common as more owners trade in their Jeeps for alternatives. The message is clear: Jeep is losing its grip, and the people who once kept the brand alive are no longer willing to stand by it. Pricing challenges. One of the most immediate reasons for Jeep's decline is its pricing. The brand that once thrived on its accessibility now feels out of reach for many. A new Jeep Wrangler, for instance, can easily exceed $50,000, and that's before you add the popular upgrades and packages. Even Jeep's entry-level models like the Compass come with price tags that make potential buyers pause. This shift in pricing strategy has alienated Jeep's core audience. Jeep's appeal was never about luxury, it was about practicality, toughness, and value. The brand was for people who valued performance over prestige. Now, however, Jeep seems to be chasing a more affluent market, aiming to compete with luxury brands like Land Rover and Mercedes-Benz. This repositioning feels disconnected from the adventurous, down-to-earth ethos Jeep once represented. Adding to this is the economic pressure facing everyday Americans. Rising interest rates and inflation mean that financing a new Jeep comes with monthly payments that can exceed $1,000, a financial strain many cannot justify. As a result, Jeep's vehicles are no longer the go-to choice for families or outdoor enthusiasts who once flocked to the brand. The competitor advantage. While Jeep is losing its footing, competitors are stepping in to fill the gap. Ford's revival of the Bronco has been a game changer, recapturing the spirit of adventure that Jeep seems to have forgotten. The Bronco combines rugged off-road capability with modern amenities, delivering a vehicle that feels both nostalgic and forward-thinking. Buyers who might have once considered a Jeep Wrangler are now proudly driving Broncos instead. Toyota is another brand that's capitalizing on Jeep's missteps. Models like the Toyota RAV4 Adventure and the Toyota 4Runner offer a blend of reliability, capability, and affordability that Jeep struggles to match. These vehicles provide off-road performance without the hefty price tag or frequent reliability concerns that have plagued Jeep in recent years. Even Subaru is carving out a niche in the off-road space. The Outback Wilderness and Forester models are proving that adventure doesn't have to come with compromises. These vehicles are drawing buyers who value practicality, safety, and fuel efficiency, qualities that Jeep's current lineup struggles to deliver consistently. The competitive landscape is shifting, and Jeep is being left behind. Brands like Ford, Toyota, and Subaru are showing that it's possible to balance rugged performance with the needs of modern buyers. For Jeep, the question is whether it can adapt before it's too late. The price of losing loyalty. Jeep has always been more than just a car brand. It has been a symbol, a community, and a badge of honor for generations of adventure seekers. From the trail riding enthusiasts to families piling into Grand Cherokees for road trips, Jeep's audience was diverse but united by a common passion for the brand's rugged identity. But today, that loyalty is cracking under the weight of rising prices, declining quality, and a brand that seems unsure of what it stands for. The shift is palpable. Jeep's fan base, once fiercely loyal, now finds itself at a crossroads. Longtime Jeep owners, who were once ambassadors for the brand, are selling their vehicles and warning others to look elsewhere. The online Jeep communities that once hummed with excitement over new models and modifications are now filled with complaints, frustration, and stories of disappointment. This erosion of loyalty is particularly damaging because Jeep's customers have always been some of the most devoted in the automotive world. Owning a Jeep wasn't just about driving, it was about being part of something bigger. The Jeep wave, the tradition of greeting fellow Jeep drivers on the road, encapsulated the camaraderie that came with owning one of these vehicles. But now, fewer people are waving, and fewer still are buying. The loss of these loyalists doesn't just hurt Jeep's bottom line, it shakes the foundation of its brand. Confusing messaging. Part of the problem lies in Jeep's recent attempts to redefine itself. Over the past several years, Jeep has tried to broaden its appeal by pushing into the luxury vehicle market. Models like the Grand Wagoneer, with price tags rivaling those of European luxury brands, are a far cry from the rugged, no-frills vehicles Jeep built its reputation on. The Grand Wagoneer comes packed with opulent interiors, advanced technology, and all the bells and whistles one might expect from a high-end brand. But for Jeep's core audience, this shift toward luxury feels jarring. The brand that once stood for rugged simplicity is now marketing itself as a competitor to the likes of Land Rover and Mercedes-Benz. It's an ambitious pivot, but it comes with a cost. Jeep's identity, once so clear and resonant, now feels muddled. Is Jeep a brand for adventurers or for luxury seekers? Can it be both without alienating one group or the other? The confusion doesn't stop there. Jeep's advertising campaigns, once laser-focused on showcasing the thrill of off-road adventures, have shifted to include glossy depictions of upscale lifestyles. These ads might attract new customers, but they risk pushing away the brand's most devoted fans, people who bought Jeeps not for prestige, but for performance. The result is a brand caught between two worlds, unable to fully satisfy either audience. Quality concerns. Jeep's struggles with quality have further undermined its reputation. For decades, Jeep vehicles were celebrated for their durability and toughness. These were cars that could handle whatever you threw at them, whether it was rocky trails, muddy roads, or freezing winters. But over the past several years, that image has started to unravel. Frequent recalls have plagued Jeep's lineup, damaging consumer trust. These recalls often involve critical safety components, such as faulty airbags, failing brakes, or malfunctioning transmissions. While recalls are not uncommon in the automotive industry, the sheer frequency and scale of Jeep's issues have raised red flags among consumers. For potential buyers, these recalls are not just inconvenient, they're deal breakers. Jeep's reliability rankings have also taken a hit. In surveys conducted by independent organizations, Jeep models frequently score below average for dependability. Issues such as electrical glitches, engine troubles, and transmission failures are all too common. The Jeep Cherokee, once a favorite among buyers for its balance of comfort and capability, has become a symbol of the brand's quality struggles. Reports of transmission problems in newer Cherokees, some requiring costly repairs within just a few years of ownership, have left buyers questioning whether the vehicle is worth the investment. These quality concerns are particularly damaging when compared to Jeep's competitors. Brands like Toyota and Subaru have built their reputations on reliability, offering vehicles that not only cost less upfront, but also promise lower maintenance costs over time. For buyers weighing their options, Jeep's reliability issues are pushing them toward these more dependable alternatives. Falling behind in technology. The automotive industry is evolving rapidly, and technology has become one of the most important factors for buyers. Advanced safety features, intuitive infotainment systems, and seamless connectivity are no longer optional. They're expected, yet Jeep seems to be lagging behind its competitors in this area. Many of Jeep's vehicles still lack the advanced driver assistance systems that are becoming standard in other brands. Features like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and automatic emergency braking are increasingly common, even in budget-friendly models from competing brands. For buyers who prioritize safety, Jeep's relative lack of these features is a glaring omission. Jeep's infotainment systems, while functional, also feel dated compared to the competition. Brands like Tesla and Ford are setting new standards with their cutting-edge interfaces and over-the-air updates, which allow vehicles to receive software improvements without a visit to the dealership. Jeep, on the other hand, has been slower to adopt these innovations, leaving its vehicles feeling less modern. Electric vehicles and hybrids are another area where Jeep is playing catch-up. While the brand has made some progress with models like the plug-in hybrid Jeep Wrangler 4X Erie, these efforts feel half-hearted compared to the strides being made by competitors. Tesla's electric vehicles have become aspirational for many buyers, while Ford's electric truck lineup is making waves in the market. Even Toyota, which has traditionally been cautious about electrification, is now rolling out hybrid and electric options that appeal to a broad audience. Jeep's limited offerings in this space make it hard for the brand to stay competitive. The rise of competitors. As Jeep has struggled, its competitors have thrived. Ford's revival of the Bronco has been a runaway success, capturing the hearts of buyers who might have once been loyal to Jeep. The Bronco offers a blend of nostalgia and modernity, with a design that pays homage to its roots while incorporating cutting-edge technology. Its off-road capabilities rival those of the Jeep Wrangler, but its reliability and user-friendly features give it an edge. Toyota has also capitalized on Jeep's missteps. The Toyota 4Runner and the Toyota RAV4 Adventure have become go-to choices for buyers seeking reliable off-road vehicles. These models offer the same rugged performance that Jeep once dominated, but without the quality concerns or exorbitant price tags. For families and outdoor enthusiasts alike, Toyota's offerings are a practical and appealing alternative to Jeep. Even Subaru, traditionally associated with all-wheel drive sedans and crossovers, has made inroads into the adventure market. The Outback Wilderness and Forester Wilderness models combine rugged capability with Subaru's signature reliability, creating a niche that appeals to buyers who might have otherwise considered a Jeep. These vehicles are designed for the everyday adventurer, offering just enough off-road capability without sacrificing practicality. The rise of these competitors has created a crowded market, and Jeep is struggling to stand out. The brand that once defined the off-road segment is now just one of many options, and its inability to adapt to changing consumer preferences is costing it dearly. Jeep's identity crisis isn't just a branding issue, it's a wake-up call. The once unshakable loyalty of its fan base is eroding, and its competitors are taking advantage of every misstep. If Jeep wants to reclaim its position as an icon, it will need to address these challenges head-on. For now, however, the road ahead looks rough. The domino effect on the industry. Jeep's struggles are not occurring in isolation. The decline of this iconic brand reflects a broader set of challenges that American automakers face in an increasingly competitive global market. For decades, Jeep was a shining example of American engineering and rugged individualism, but now its missteps are sending ripples across the entire automotive industry. The first major consequence of Jeep's challenges is the impact on dealership networks. Unsold inventory has become a glaring issue, with rows of Wranglers, Grand Cherokees, and Gladiators sitting untouched on dealership lots. This inventory glut forces dealerships to offer steep discounts, slashing profit margins and creating tension between dealerships and Jeep's corporate leadership. For smaller, family-owned dealerships, these struggles are existential threats. This financial strain doesn't stop at the dealerships. Jeep's parent company, Stellantis, has had to make difficult decisions to offset declining sales. Reports of production cuts, layoffs, and plant closures are becoming more frequent, eroding morale among employees and raising questions about the long-term viability of Jeep's manufacturing operations. In towns where Jeep plants are major economic drivers, the consequences extend far beyond the factory walls, affecting local businesses and entire communities. For the industry as a whole, Jeep's decline serves as a cautionary tale. If a brand as iconic and historically dominant as Jeep can falter, it raises concerns about the stability of other American automakers. Brands like Ford, General Motors, and Chevrolet must take note, as they too are navigating an industry that is rapidly changing due to electrification, evolving consumer preferences, and global competition. The cost of falling behind. The financial burden of Jeep's missteps is staggering, both for the company and its customers. For Stellantis, Jeep's declining sales figures have created significant challenges. The company's reliance on Jeep as a cornerstone of its American operations means that Jeep's struggles disproportionately affect its overall performance. Every unsold Wrangler or Gladiator represents lost revenue, wasted resources, and growing pressure on Stellantis to find solutions. For buyers, the financial implications are equally daunting. Jeep's high sticker prices are just the beginning. Owners frequently report costly maintenance and repair bills, particularly for issues related to electrical systems and transmissions. Recalls, while necessary for safety, further erode trust and add to the perception that owning a Jeep is more trouble than it's worth. The affordability crisis is also tied to rising interest rates, which have pushed monthly car payments to record highs. A Jeep Wrangler or Grand Cherokee, once considered attainable for middle-class families, now feels out of reach for many buyers. This financial strain is forcing potential customers to look elsewhere, turning to brands that offer better value for money without sacrificing quality or reliability. The result is a vicious cycle. Fewer buyers mean more unsold inventory, which forces dealerships to cut prices, which in turn erodes the brand's premium positioning. For Jeep, escaping this downward spiral will require a radical rethink of its pricing and product strategies. Shifting consumer preferences. One of the most significant challenges Jeep faces is adapting to the changing priorities of modern car buyers. Today's consumers are savvier than ever, with access to a wealth of information that allows them to compare vehicles based on everything from safety ratings to fuel efficiency to long-term reliability. For many buyers, Jeep no longer checks enough boxes. Affordability remains a top priority for many Americans, particularly as inflation and rising living costs put pressure on household budgets. Jeep's pricing strategy, which has pushed its vehicles into the luxury segment, feels increasingly out of touch with the economic realities faced by many of its former loyalists. Fuel efficiency and environmental sustainability are also growing concerns, especially among younger buyers. Millennials and Generation Z consumers are more likely to prioritize electric or hybrid vehicles, yet Jeep has been slow to adapt to this trend. While the plug-in hybrid Wrangler 4xe is a step in the right direction, it is far from enough to compete with brands like Tesla, Ford, and Toyota, which have established themselves as leaders in the green vehicle space. Even technology, once an afterthought for off-road enthusiasts, has become a key consideration. Buyers now expect features like advanced driver assistance systems, seamless smartphone integration, and intuitive infotainment interfaces. Jeep's offerings in these areas feel outdated compared to the competition, making it harder for the brand to win over tech-savvy consumers. Competition steps in. As Jeep stumbles, its competitors are seizing the opportunity to fill the void. Ford's Bronco has been one of the most successful examples of this, capturing the imagination of buyers who might have once been Jeep loyalists. The Bronco offers the rugged capability of a Wrangler, but pairs it with modern amenities, cutting-edge technology, and an aggressive marketing campaign that emphasizes its adventurous spirit. Toyota has also emerged as a major player in the off-road segment, with models like the 4Runner and RAV4 Adventure offering reliability, affordability, and impressive performance. Toyota's consistent focus on delivering value has made it a favorite among buyers who are disillusioned with Jeep's quality issues and rising prices. Even newer players like Rivian are shaking up the market. Rivian's electric adventure vehicles, like the R1T and R1S, combine sustainability with rugged performance, presenting a compelling alternative for buyers who want to go off-road without compromising on environmental values. Rivian's ability to blend innovation with a clear identity stands in stark contrast to Jeep's current identity crisis. This surge in competition has made the off-road and adventure vehicle market more crowded than ever. For Jeep, this means that regaining its footing won't just require fixing its internal problems. It will also mean finding a way to stand out in a field that has rapidly evolved. The fallout for American automakers. Jeep's struggles are emblematic of the broader challenges facing American automakers. For much of the 20th century, brands like Jeep, Ford, and Chevrolet defined what it meant to be made in America. They were symbols of innovation, resilience, and national pride. But today, those symbols are under threat. Foreign automakers, particularly those from Japan and South Korea, have steadily gained market share by focusing on reliability, affordability, and customer satisfaction. Brands like Toyota, Honda, and Hyundai consistently outperform their American counterparts in these areas, leaving Jeep and others scrambling to catch up. The rise of electric vehicles has also shifted the playing field. While American brands like Tesla have led the charge, traditional automakers have struggled to match the pace of innovation. Jeep in particular has fallen behind in this area, with its limited electric offerings failing to resonate with buyers who are increasingly looking for sustainable options. For American automakers, Jeep's decline serves as a stark warning. The market is changing rapidly, and brands that fail to adapt risk being left behind. Whether Jeep can navigate this turbulent landscape will depend on its ability to embrace change while staying true to its roots. Redefining Jeep's identity. For Jeep, the current crisis is an opportunity to reevaluate what the brand stands for. The rugged, adventurous image that once defined Jeep remains its greatest asset, but reconnecting with that heritage will require strategic decisions that address both its internal challenges and external competition. And to start, Jeep must simplify its lineup and focus on what it does best: off-road capability and practicality. Models like the Wrangler and Gladiator are still beloved by enthusiasts, and Jeep should double down on these core offerings rather than diluting its brand with luxury SUVs like the Grand Wagoneer. By emphasizing vehicles that reflect Jeep's roots, the brand can remind buyers of its original promise: rugged freedom and exploration. Jeep must also clarify its messaging. The mixed signals sent by attempting to cater to both adventure seekers and luxury buyers have alienated both groups. A consistent, focused brand identity will help rebuild trust among Jeep's loyal base while attracting new buyers. Embracing innovation without losing roots. The automotive industry is evolving, and Jeep must evolve with it. Electric vehicles and hybrid powertrains are not just trends, they are the future of the industry. Jeep's existing plug-in hybrid Wrangler 4xe is a good starting point, but the brand needs a more comprehensive strategy to compete with rivals like Tesla and Rivian. Jeep should invest in electric powertrains that enhance, rather than compromise, its off-road capabilities. Imagine an all-electric Wrangler with the same rugged performance and iconic design, capable of tackling challenging terrains while producing zero emissions. This type of innovation could redefine Jeep for a new generation of buyers. Technology is another area where Jeep can make strides. Advanced driver assistance systems, enhanced connectivity features, and intuitive infotainment interfaces are no longer optional. They are expected by today's consumers. By integrating these technologies without sacrificing its adventurous spirit, Jeep can create vehicles that feel both modern and timeless. Rebuilding consumer trust. Reconnecting with its audience will require more than just better products. It will require a cultural shift within the company. Jeep must actively engage with its community of loyalists, listening to feedback and addressing concerns transparently. Hosting off-road events, expanding owner clubs, and fostering a sense of community can reignite the passion that once defined Jeep ownership. Addressing quality issues is also critical. Jeep's reputation for reliability has taken a hit, and regaining trust will require concrete action. This means investing in quality control, reducing recalls, and ensuring that every new model meets high standards of durability and performance. Finally, Jeep must tackle its pricing strategy. The brand's recent shift toward luxury pricing has alienated many of its core buyers. Offering a range of vehicles at different price points without sacrificing quality will help Jeep appeal to a broader audience. Entry-level trims should be accessible to budget-conscious buyers, while premium options can cater to those willing to pay more for added features. The stakes for Jeep and the automotive industry. Jeep's challenges are a microcosm of the broader changes reshaping the automotive industry. As consumer preferences shift, American automakers must adapt or risk losing their place in a competitive global market. Jeep's ability to recover will set a precedent for how legacy brands navigate this uncertain future. For Jeep, the stakes are personal. This is not just about sales figures or market share. It's about preserving an identity that has defined the brand for over 8 decades. If Jeep can successfully modernize while staying true to its roots, it has the potential to lead the way for American automakers. But failure to adapt could spell the end of an era, not just for Jeep, but for the rugged off-road segment it once dominated. Jeep's story is at a crossroads, and its next moves could define its legacy for generations. Can this iconic brand rise to the challenge and reclaim its place as a leader in the automotive world? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of America's most beloved names? We want to hear from you. Do you think Jeep can bounce back, or has it lost its way for good? What changes would you like to see from Jeep in the future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's discuss the road ahead for this legendary brand. If you found this deep dive insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breakdowns of the biggest stories in the automotive world. See you in the next video.